So I do a lot of giveaways over on my Twitch channel, link in bio. And I have a lot of people actually ask me, how do I get all the money? Where does it come from? So on and so forth. And this is basically it. I want to go through with you today the Minion setup that can make me up to 3.1 billion with a B coins a year. Now, do I make that? No, I don't have as many minions as possible. The reason it can make up to that, apparently the minion limit is 31. Obviously, if you're watching this at a later date or it changes, or maybe I'm just wrong, it may be different. It just depends on how many minions you can get at that time. If you're watching this a year after it's come out, maybe there's more minions that you can get and you can actually make more from this. Who knows? But right now, the meta I use, AFK passive, I come on this profile maybe once, twice, every 2 months, every month, something like that, just to make sure it's topped up and it's all working fine. But if you guys haven't seen, I have posted videos on this channel about leaving a slime minion, this one over here specifically, AFK for over a year now. He's been there for over a year, chilling, making money. So as I said, a lot of people ask me how do I get all these monies for giveaways, and first of all, the giveaways are simply just for those that do watch. It's not incentive for anything other than thank you for watching, here's a little bit of something for you guys. It's never anything crazy. We do pretty much like a 10 mil coin giveaway every single week over on the Twitch. So if you do want to be part of that and you are wanting to be part of the community, then just come over there and type !ticket in the chat and you'll figure out all the information you need. It's not obligatory. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. It's just incentive for those that do watch me and are part of the community. It's just a way of me giving back. So thank you for those who do actually show some love. I do appreciate it. But I do get this question so often, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video on it just so I can reference people to the video, and that way you've got it here, you can come back to it if I'm not available or if I'm busy or something like that, it's there. So essentially I use slime minions because they're kind of the AFK meta right now. I don't ever have to come to these guys again. All I have to do is top up the hamster wheels every now and then. Now you can put 64 hamster wheels in, and each hamster wheel lasts a day, and it gives it an extra 50% speed for 24 whole hours, which is actually really good. So they do cost a lot to keep stocking up, but the money they make just for having it in for the 2 months makes way more than it would without it. So it's worth the investment doing it. Now, obviously, you do need a bit of money to get this going. It's not necessarily a cheap setup. I'm going to go through the setup with you now so you guys can see what you need to put into them and how you need to do it. Now, in terms of how they look, they don't necessarily need water, or they don't necessarily need any specific grid pattern or anything like that. If you're AFK, the minions sort of just do a calculation based on how long you've spent offline, the average spawn rate of that minion depending on its level, and what it has inside it to buff it or whatever it may be. And then it gives you a rough calculation or a very good calculation on how much it's done and how much it makes and things like that. So let's go through what we have in the minion stuff, and then we can go through basically how much they make each time. And then I'll run through all the numbers and why it makes a lot and how much it can make every single day. So obviously having a hamster wheel will give you that 50% speed for 24 hours. You could use buckets, but in my opinion, hamster wheels are better, and you only have to come once every 64 days technically, which is every 2 months. But as I said, I check this once every month or every 2 months just to make sure everything's running okay, and sometimes I need to top up on coins, so I just grab them from here anyway. We have the hamster wheel, you have the enchanted hopper, which basically sells items for 90% of their price. This is the best hopper there is. If there is another hopper that comes out, which is 100%, upgrade it to that. But I don't think there will be. This is just the best one there is because it sells automatically. I don't think they're going to have one for 100% of the price, but this is just how it is. This is what also holds the coins. So this is where you take the coins out of as well. As you can see, this guy's got 21 million coins just sat in there waiting, and I'm not going to collect it because I don't need to. Annoyingly, it doesn't calculate the coins per day. This mod isn't working right now, so I can't show you that, but I can tell you how much coins per day you can make on a full setup with 31 minions, or you can just work out that stuff yourself, but I'll tell you it in a second how that works. Then you have a flycatcher. This is really good. This is obviously very expensive and it costs a lot, but for good reason, because it upgrades the speed of the minion by 20%. And obviously that's just going to help so much. It's going to be really good. So there you go. The flycatcher is really good. And if you want to actually grind for this, I'm pretty sure it's Spider Slayers, the Terra 3 or something like that has a chance to drop it. And it's like a shovel, and then you upgrade it to the catcher. I can't remember exactly, but you can figure that out, or you can just buy it through the bazaar. And then you have corrupt soil. So corrupt soil is basically what spawns the corrupt fragments and the sulfur. These things are obviously relatively good NPC value, so and they spawn quite often. So that's what happens. They fill up the inventory, and then because they keep spawning, the enchanted hopper is selling everything, basically. So the process of what this is doing, as I said, is the mobs that spawn will become corrupted. The slime minion kills them. Now, obviously, to have this run at optimal performance, you want to be AFK, so because the slime minions do just wander about, as you've seen over here. So right now I'm not getting optimal performance, but it's completely fine. I'm only on here for 5-10 minutes at a time, then it goes back to its regular stuff. But that's how all that works. Now, the way I'm doing my calculation here is based off of the 1 year video that I'll try and remember to link it in the description if I haven't already. But essentially, I put this minion down on February the 19th, 2023, and in 1 year, this has made me around 95 million coins, just sat here chilling, doing nothing. I've not collected it, and I don't think I ever will, simply for video purposes and things like that. But what do we gain from this kind of information? Well, that basically tells us that if we have 31 of these minions spread across our island over the whole course of the year, we're going to be making, and again, this is an estimate, we're rounding up and down a little bit here and there just to make the calculations a bit easier. But over the course of a whole year, if we do 95, round up to 100 billion, basically, we know 1 minion makes us 100 million over the course of a year. 31 minions is going to make us 3.1 billion that year. And you can do maybe 3.05 or just over 3 billion, but pretty much 3.1 billion per year. And again, if I've got that wrong, if you're watching this at a time where you can have 40 minions, that's going to make 4 billion a year, you know what I mean? But based on that 3.1 billion calculation, if you divide that by 365, that gives you 8.21 million a day. You're making close to 10 million coins a day just from this slime setup, just daying. So you could come here every single day, collect everything, have 10 million coins. That's insane. And there's a reason a lot of people do this stuff, you know, it's a very, very good money maker. You could use that to invest in other things, or, you know, even if you play on the profile but don't visit your island, you can have this set up and then go farming or mining or whatever it may be. And you have that money there to be able to use and do with whatever you please. So that's pretty insane if you ask me. 3.1 billion coins a year for doing nothing is nuts, in my opinion. And 8.21 million coins a day is insane. So I hope that helps some of you guys and pushes you in the right direction, and at least now you know the minion setup I use to make 3.1 billion coins a year. Now, who knows, in a year's time there may be a new meta and a new slime setup available, and if there is a new one, you best know I will be pushing to change to that, and I'll probably make a video on that obviously at some point. Just check the channel if you're watching this video like 6 months, a year, or anything like that later, and you want to see if there's been a new update, because I will make a video on it if there has. But if not, and this is the latest one I've done, then this is the meta right now, and this is the best way to do it. And who knows, I may be wrong right now. There may actually be something else that makes slightly more. But as far as I'm aware, as of right now, this day, this is the best way to do it. And people in the comments might even correct me. So check in the comments as well. I'm completely fine with people saying, hey, look, maybe this makes a little bit more or something like that. And we even test them sometimes. So this Magma Cube level 12 minion is maybe 18 million coins. And it's been there exactly the same as this one here. And this one's made me 36. So the Magma Cube's actually half as good as this guy. So yeah. There's a little insight to what we do. I do genuinely test this stuff. I'm not just going to sit there and talk out of no knowledge at all. But as far as I am aware right now, this is the best way to do it. If there is a better one, I will make a new video on it as soon as I possibly can. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you want to check out my Iron Man profile or my Twitch streams or anything like that, all links will be in the description below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new. It's completely free. Thank you so much, guys. I hope I see you guys soon. Take it easy, stay safe, and check out these videos here.